Hey there, Dr. JP Gidry here. I want to talk a little bit about how we can progress strength building exercises. So, when we talk about building strength, we generally kind of want to work in the 5 to, let's say, 8 to 10 rep range. Okay. And so, there are a few ways we can kind of progress that. A lot of that will be dependent on what we have access to, okay, equipment wise. So, especially being able to add more weight on the bar. And so that's generally kind of the best way we want to go about it. We'll kind of explain how to do that. But there are other ways we can get a little more creative. But when we want to progress a strength building exercise, let's take a squat, for example. Okay, so let's say we want to start at the 5 rep range. So we want to start with a weight that we can do with good mechanics, that we can tolerate for 5 reps. Okay, and we'll say 3 sets of 5 reps. So I like to use an RPE based, which is rate of perceived exertion based scale to kind of drive this. And generally what that's going to be is, so it's a 1 to 10 scale, but really we're kind of working on the high end. Is a 10 would be if you did a set of 5 with let's say 95 pounds, a 10 would be you couldn't do 1 more rep. A 9 would be you could do 1 more rep, 8, 2 more, 7, 3 more, so on and so forth. And so we kind of want to work in that, let's say 7 to 9 rep range. So I don't necessarily like working to max in. I want to leave, quote unquote, 1 rep in the tank, but we like to be challenged in that. So if we do a set and let's say we give it a 6 or less, and that means we generally want to bump up weight, or we could potentially bump up reps. So if it's a set of 5 and we do it 95 pounds, and that's pretty easy, let's say we felt like we could have got 8 to 10, then maybe we want to add more weight on the bar. Maybe we bump that up to 100, 105 pounds. The other option is we could then go up our next sets and do a set of 8 to 10. Now where that rep range puts us at that RPE of around 8 to 9. I'm generally a fan of putting more weight on the bar, especially as we go workout to workout, kind of recording the intensities, recording how these feels and progressing that. But that may not always be the option. So you could always just take that weight, and let's say it's 95 pounds, and let's say first day 5 reps is challenging, and then you can build up as it becomes easy. So as 5 becomes easy, you go up to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so on and so forth. Generally, if you get to about 10 reps and you're doing, let's say 3 sets of 10, then it's a good time to start adding more weight on the bar at that point. You could start back over in 5 and work back up. Your other option again is you can stay at 5 reps and start adding more weight. So 5 pounds of workout or something like that. We call this linear progression, which keeps things simple, and I'm a big fan of. Now, the higher level athlete you are, the more kind of in season, off season things we may periodize that and change things up more. But for more your general clients in general, just people trying to get stronger, that's the best way to kind of simplify and continue to get stronger. Now that's not always going to be a steady every week, but we're trying to kind of stick to that. As we go forward, as you kind of get more time under your belt, more training under your belt, more experience under your belt, then you could play with things like different programming, different set and rep schemes, adding more sets, less reps. We could focus on different parts of the contraction, whether it be isometrics, slow eccentrics, which would be the lowering portion. So if it's a squat, an isometric would be maybe holding at the bottom position, what we call a pause squat. Eccentric would be going slow down, let's say a 5 to 6 second count lower, and then driving up, or even put those two together, which provides more of a challenge, maybe with less weight. So there's some different ways we can kind of stimulate the system, if you will. But I try to keep it as simple as possible. Generally, adding more reps or adding more weight on the bar. If you're going to add more reps, once you get to about 10 for every set, and you can do that with ease, then it's probably time to start to add more weight if you can. So hopefully that gives you a better understanding of how to progress strength building exercises. As always, you can reach out to me with any questions at johnpaul@gidrypt.com.